Very special movie. You can see the cast there, absolutely star-studded. We're lucky enough to be joined by one of the big stars, Emily Watson, who plays Shakespeare's mum, Mary, and you're very welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm very happy to be here, and I'm so proud of this film. I mean, I'm a small part of it, but it was just, like, one of the honours of my life, just to be in the room. Really amazing thing to be part of.
I've cheated a little bit in that I've been listening to the audio book that Jessie Buckley, one of the stars, it's beautifully narrated. It is quite dark. It's very sad as well. And actually, it's interesting when you read a book and then you see the images. It's how I expected it to look.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's got that atmosphere.
It's I think, a film that you should really see in the cinema, because the world of it is so beguiling and so rich and beautiful. And it's kind of a film with three phases. I think, you know, it is dark, but at the beginning there is this most delicious love story. And it's a beautiful chemistry between those two actors. And then it gets very sad, but then it's redemptive at the end. It's very uplifting and, well, you'll see, but it's amazing.
I feel like that is a satisfying feeling, actually, because I don't mind going on a journey in a movie. There's something... It's nice to feel like you do get that payoff at the end of feeling uplifting, because actually the middle bit is very sad and it is hard to watch. You know, that's a loss of a child, which people will relate to up and down the UK. That's what makes it such a strong storyline and a narrative that I had no idea about. I didn't know the story of Hamnet at all.
Yes, I mean, we don't know that much about the Shakespeares, but we do know that they lost a child aged 11, one of the twins, and Maggie O'Farrell has written this brilliant story based around his wife. You know, she's the centre of it, and her loss. And then that loss was then taken by Shakespeare, who in our film is not the man we know with hindsight at all. He's this young fellow kind of struggling to figure out who he is and having difficulty, and then that loss infuses what becomes his greatest work. And I find that so moving that he has immortalised his son forever, you know.
In Hamlet.
Yeah, in Hamlet, yeah.
I never realised how hard-working he was. Obviously, he was prolific in his writing, but he was living away from home, sending back money just to keep the family going. It was a hard time for that family.
Yeah, I think they, you know, but then when he became successful, they had, you know, it was a great thing for them. But I think the loss that they suffered, you know, was desperate and difficult and hard. And I think, you know, they probably never recovered from that, because I don't think you do recover from the death of a child. And, you know, grief is the price you pay for love. I think that's very much what the film is about.
There are a lot of really moving scenes. You also play Mary. Let's have a little look at this. I mean, I don't want to give too much away about the movie, but this is a really key point of the film, and it's a very stirring, very moving part. So let's have a little look at this.
Your mother's trying to keep a grip on her child. It won't work. What is given may be taken away at any time. We must never let our guard down. Never take for granted that our children's hearts beat, that they draw breath, that they walk and speak and smile, argue, play. Never forget for a moment that they may be gone.
So, some context, you're playing Mary Shakespeare, and you're at the bedside of Hamlet as he's about to pass away, your grandson, in the film. It's so moving. So tell us about Mary and Mary's role in the film.
Well, when we first meet her, she's very hard-nosed, kind of against the idea that her son would marry this, what she considers her to be a witch. And she's scared of her, and she's very cruel and unkind. And then the process of these two women going through, there's a huge birth sequence, and then this desperately sad when they lose one of the children, and it sort of breaks her, really, and they become very close through the experience of, you know, what those women share. I think, you know, losing children in childbirth and losing children to plague, to illness was very common. But it's until you really investigate it, you don't realise the cost is so huge and it shapes the person. But I think the character of Agnes, played by the astonishing Jessie Buckley, just kind of cracks her open. And that was my experience of making the film. And Jessie's a friend of mine, and I know what a free jumper she is as an actress. And, you know, I was like, I'm here to catch you. But she really did crack me open. It was so powerful how she gave herself to that role, and those scenes, and it was just impossible to resist, really.
You can tell by the way you're talking about this was a joy to work on, because not only are you friends with Jessie and you've worked with her, but Paul Mescal, I mean, you've even played his mother before.
I know, I think that's a bit greedy, actually, playing Paul Mescal's mum twice.
Stop hugging Mescal, will you?
Well, you know, obviously with these intense scenes, is it quite nice to have, because I can imagine they're both such good fun off set.
They really properly
lift
are.
the mood and joke about.
Yeah, no, we had a really fun time, and amazing to be in a Chloe Zhao movie, and she made us do dance takes.
Oh, really?
At the end of all the sad scenes, we had to dance on camera.
Just to sort of get yourself back
just
into...
to shake it out of you.
Well, also because there were lots of kids, you know, so they needed to be held and...
How clever. Paul Mescal's just had an extraordinary career, and rightly so, because there's so much depth to his talent. He's so brilliant. I just think of, you know, when he started off and he made Gaelic football. Now, Gaelic football shorts in Ireland were not trendy.
This became a thing,
until
didn't
Paul
it? The
Mescal started wearing them. And now all the lads are wearing them during the summer.
And not many of them look as good as Paul.
Not many people in the world look as good as Paul.
Yeah.
He's great, isn't he?
He's got a fire inside him, which is really unique. And he's also incredibly intelligent and smart and analytical and, you know, a real actor's actor. And it's just a joy to work with him. I mean, I feel very lucky, and to see the two of them together, their chemistry together is, you know, on fire.
I felt like it was just cast beautifully, perfectly, and all of you have managed to portray this incredibly moving and powerful story. And you say what adds to that as well is actually the cinematography of it all. There's a purpose way it's been filmed as well.
Yeah. There's this particular shot, if I describe, that you'll get a sense of how it was put together. There's a shot which goes through the room as they're in the scene where the child is nearing death, and there's kind of all these crazy things going on. And the shot is just passing all the characters going through the room. And Chloe described it as the point of view of death. It's not her, not him, it's going around the room. And it goes on to Judith, who they think is dying, not her. And then it just goes on to the back of Hamnet, who's sitting by her bedside, him. Oh. And there's this point of view of the film is, you know, it's like it's seeing what's coming. A brilliant cinematographer. He did the Zone of Interest as well. He's just...
I had that feeling of the original Wuthering Heights. You know, that kind of bleakness at times, because that whole, when Hamlet, I don't want to give too much away, but originally when he realises his sister's ill and the desperation trying to find help, it's so desperate.
Yeah.
My word.
And am I right in thinking it's got some...
kid. Oh, my God, that kid. What an incredible young actor he is.
Well, this has also been a very interesting year for the young actor, just proving how incredible some of these kids can be. And obviously tipped for all the awards next year. That must make you feel very proud.
It does. I feel like a proud mum. I really do.
Oh, you are. You can tell you've been mum of the set, looking after all of them.
And not the first time being Paul Mescal's mum.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. Unbelievable, isn't it?
But also in Ireland, so everyone loves you in Ireland. This goes out in Irish TV as well, because you nailed the Irish accent.
Oh, yeah, Craig was convinced you were Irish.
I thought you were, because, like, obviously, I think, is it up in kind of Donegal, God's Creatures, and then The Boxer, an extraordinary film I love, based in Northern Ireland, and Limerick, Angela's Ashes, brilliant book, brilliant film. I haven't heard of Dublin out of you, though.
No, I'm sure I've got that, you know, that to come. Yeah, no, but it's not something I can do. You know, if I was just to sit here trying to do it with you, you'd go, ooh, that's embarrassing. I have to work at it.
Does it take a lot of time?
Yeah, it's a study, you know, work with a coach, and it's, you know, it's something you have to take very seriously.
Well, you absolutely nail it. I was convinced you were Irish.
Well, thank you for coming, especially this very busy Christmas time. But yeah, I appreciate it. They're trying to make me do an Irish accent now as a dare. I'm not. I'm rubbish at this. What do I have to say? Your man. No, I can't do it. I'm going to get everybody.
Needs work. Maybe put her in touch with your coach.
Yeah,
Yes,
That'd be quite,
leave it to the experts. And of course, you can watch Hamnet in cinemas from the 9th of January, and that is obviously next year, 2026. So looking forward to that.
And really do it. I think it's a real treat. Emily, thank you so much.
you.
Have a lovely
Thank you for
Christmas.
having me.
What does Christmas
Oh,
have in store?
home with the family. All I care about is just make sure the turkey is cooked and then have a drink.
Yeah.
And everything else can go south and it doesn't matter.
Lovely.
Good on you. Have a great time. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning.